Warriors, Newman Warriors, NWRN, Newman Radio. You're listening to Newman Radio.
Hello, Newman Warriors. Welcome back. This is NWRN, Newman Warrior Radio News, Newman's official radio station. We've got all the information that's coming to you through our Newman Academy news team right here on Newman Academy's official radio station, NWRN, Newman Radio News.
Hello, Newman Warriors. My name is Sydney, and I'm going to be bringing you this week's weather. Let's get started. Monday looks like a high of 71 and a low of 62 with lots of clouds there. Tuesday, still cloudy. We will have a high of 76 and a low of 55. Wednesday, looks like we're going to be having lots of sun on Wednesday. High of 75, low of 53. It'll be a very beautiful day. Looks like just about the same for Thursday. It'll be a high of 71 and a low of 50 with more sun. Friday, we go back to some clouds, but we do have a high of 72 with a low of 55, so it'll be a very nice day. So it looks like we've got some really beautiful weather Wednesday and Thursday, maybe some more clouds Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Thank you guys so much. And that is all for this week's weather. Now going straight into clubs. We have officially started intervention. Talk to your teachers, and if you're in it, do not be late. These are for your core classes only. Thursdays only, and if you're not in intervention, continue going to your normal clubs. Please acknowledge the effort that your teachers put into this. It is their time, their free time they're using to tutor you during school hours. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great week. Be on time to intervention and clubs. See you guys next week.
Hello, Newman Warriors. I am Abby bringing you this week's lunch menu. For Monday's breakfast, you have cereal with milk and juice. For lunch, you have a hamburger. On Tuesday, you have a cheddar and egg burrito with milk and juice. For lunch, you have meatballs with red sauce. On Wednesday, for breakfast, you have a cereal medley with milk and juice. For lunch, fried chicken. On Thursday, you have French toast and syrup. For lunch, fluffy baked potato. Friday, whole wheat English muffin and chicken quesadillas for lunch. That's it for this week's lunch menu. See you guys again next week.
Hello, Newman Warriors. I am Melissa here bringing you your weekly character lesson. And this week, the topic was influence, and it was presented by Miss Fagan. She gave a great presentation, and she started off by, what is influence? It is the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something. You can have a good influence on someone, or maybe a not so good influence. To avoid being around bad influences, sometimes you have to be real with yourself. And realize that if the people you're around are a bad influence, then maybe you shouldn't really hang out with them and maybe you should keep some distance. Even though it's hard, it's good in the long run. To be a good influence, be a good example because you never know who's watching you or who looks up to you. She gave a few different quotes, but one that stood out to me was by Napoleon Hill. It says, "Think twice before you speak because your words will influence and plant the seeds of either success or failure in the mind of others." Once again, this was Alyssa bringing you your weekly character lesson. And now on to this week's calendar events so you will know what is going on. This week's calendar events, there is not too much going on, but this Thursday, 3rd, is Newman's Math and Science Night. It starts at 6:30 and it will be upstairs in the gym. Make sure you invite your friends and family to see how hard Newman students have been working to prepare their projects. March 11th will be Newman's Career Day. There will be very successful people coming to speak to us, so that should be very exciting, and I know it was last year. Make sure you are keeping up with your grades and that you are turning in assignments on time because spring break is coming and you don't want to be worrying about homework while you're trying to have some fun, am I right? So, that concludes our calendar events for this week. This is Alyssa bringing you your calendar events for this week. Make sure you tune in next week so you know what's going on.
Hello, this is Joanna bringing you the student report. On March the 25th, it will be Good Friday, so we will have no school. STAR testing begins on March the 29th through April the 1st, so get ready and prepare. And that's it from me for the student report, and here's Emily.
Thanks, Joanna, and this is Emily, and we are going straight to a big event that we have this weekend. The entire school is invited to go to Harvest America, a free event with Christian artists including Lecrae, Chris Tomlin, Mercy Me, and Switchfoot. Harvest America will happen on March 6th, this Sunday, at the Cowboys AT&T Stadium at 5:30 p.m. Come early or the lines will be filled. We hope to see you there. This is Emily signing off at Newman Radio News. And that's it for this week's Student Report.
Thanks, Emily. Now for 3 fun facts about Canada. Number 3. Canada got its name by a French explorer who misinterpreted a name which got stuck. Hence, the name Canada, which means village. Number 2. There are 25,000 polar bears in the world. Canada has 15,000 of them. And our number 1 fact is the maple leaf is a Canadian symbol and features prominently on the national flag. And that is it from the 3 fun facts about Canada. This is Joanna. Have a good day.
Thank you, Joanna. Hello, I'm Jared, and this is the part in Newman Radio where we would like to take the time to notice some of our amazing teachers this month. He attended the University of Arlington. He got a degree in biology. He's been teaching for 10 years and is an amazing one at that. You all know him for the great personality in his voice and the hard work he puts in teaching us math and science. We thank you for all your hard work and dedication you do for us here at Newman, because our teacher of the month is no other than Mr. Moore. He's an amazing math teacher and an excellent character builder, and he's someone that everyone can look up to. Congrats to you, Mr. Moore, for being Teacher of the Month. So when you see Mr. Moore in the hallway, make sure you congratulate him for being Teacher of the Month, and make sure you thank him for everything he's done to contribute to Newman. I'm Jared Hunt, and this has been your Teacher of the Month. Now on to Student of the Week with Jessica Jolly.
What's up, Newman Warriors? Every week, we want to put a student in the spotlight. Our student of the week is none other than Joanna Mensah. Joanna is 15 years old and she's a sophomore. She has played basketball and also runs track. Joanna's goals in life is to be a blessing to others. Many of her fellow classmates find her to always be a blessing in their eyes. Congratulations, Joanna, in continuing to demonstrate warrior culture and Newman standards. Make sure if you see Joanna in the hallway, you congratulate her. There you have your Student of the Week. I'm Jessica. See ya.
Warrior, Newman Warrior News, NWRN, Newman Radio.
Great job with that news report for this week. Newman Warriors, make sure you tune in next week for the next updated news report. We're going to be giving you all the information that you need to know to have a successful week. Remember, it's all about your choices and making right decisions, taking responsibility, and you're being set up for success. We appreciate you listening to NWRN Newman Warrior Radio News, Newman Academy's official radio station, NWRN Newman Radio.